How did you use media technologies in your construction, research, planning and evaluation stages of your media product? In my film poster, there are many media technologies which were used, as this was due to the fact it was an advertising and marketing product which needed to attract the audience. The main media technology used was an Apple Mac, which is a computer that itself contains many media data and functions. This is because of the many programs it contains, which can be linked into creating hundreds of advertising and marketing productions, examples being Motion, Logic Pro, Photoshop, GarageBand, Safari and Final Cut Pro. A main program which I used into creating my film poster was Photoshop. The way I used this was by firstly using the A4 pages in which were already uploaded onto the actual program. The main ideas and tools which I used majority of the time was the crop tool, in which was very important during the whole process as I had to keep cropping images and text onto different layers. I also used the magic wand tool, which is very easy and quick to use as it takes out all of the background images if they are not needed. It was very good to use this as it was very fast and useful. This was linked to the eraser tool because I had both of these hand in hand because it completed bits the magic wand tool did not erase. The text tool was another significant function which was used because in the film poster this is the main convention, as many fonts are applied, which I change by looking at several fonts, sizes and effects. When applying the main images of the clock and the main protagonist, I used the image adjustments and artworks and effect. This was one of the main purposes of Photoshop that is used for. By using different effects, it gave the images many different looks from what I wanted to choose from. It took me many times to realise what I wanted and how this could fit into the genre of action, but I finally found the effect that I wanted. When researching for my film poster, the main search engine I used was Google. Google is very important when researching, as itself as an industry runs over 1 million servers in data centers around the world and processes over 1 billion searches requests. Because of the many data sites Google has as an internet search engine, I saw many new film posters and thousands of sites which were very vital in order for my poster being created with the conventions of an action film. When planning my film poster, this was very closely linked with researching many posters. Firstly, after I had researched and annotated many posters of what convention an action film needs and what we could break, I then made sure photos were going to be taken of the male protagonist, in which I planned around and thought of many ideas which could entice the audience. There are many drafts of posters which I have used, the main ones of showing him in an evil way with the colour theme of red. However, this got changed when I decided to use a black, grey and white colours which were linked to the conventions of action. I also had another draft of a teaser poster which included the female protagonist being tied up, which showed the title, which is another way to entice the audience, and also shows how the woman is just as important as the male character. This gave me a whole new idea, especially linked with the flying clock, which was inspired from Alice in Wonderland. That is, I could link this with the actual title to create a whole different theme. During the evaluation stages of my film poster, this was me asking many people what they thought of my poster, showing I received audience feedback. I did this by recording many people with a video camera, questioning them what they thought and what could be changed. This was also another way which I changed my poster to fit the audience. Also for the evaluation stages, I created a Final Cut Pro video which firstly showed what I had created throughout and how I went about doing this and what tools and functions I had used. It took me quite a long time, but I added several images to also describe what I've used for the audience to see visually what I had created. This is shown on my Weebly page under Film Poster, Final and Evaluation. This was a Triple H production.